And the last tool, I think, is once you have gone through these, in one way, one tool leads into the other. And once you've gone through this process, then you come sort of to the end of the line and saying, this is God's direction. Then you have to be comfortable with that. You have to be comfortable with that. Perhaps a better way of saying you have to be at peace with it. Now, is there fear? Yeah, there's fear there. But you're very much at peace with that. Some folks, they go through this process and they get to that point and they're uptight. They're just like a fiddle. Perhaps they're like that pot that the artist he's not satisfied with. So what did the artist do? He had to start over. And sometimes I will have to tell the individual, well, you know, if you're not at peace, you're very uncomfortable, you're uptight, there's something we missed. There's something you missed. In the sense, this is God's red flag coming up, you know? You didn't reflect, or you didn't catch my message. Or, yeah, I sent you the message, but it didn't hit your radar. Nothing wrong with that. Just step back, take it to prayer, go back to that one particular tool where you are in relationship with Him and say, you know, Lord, I'm uncomfortable with this whole thing. What's missing? Help me here again. And then revisit that and take time. It may be painful and sometimes discouraging, but you know, if you want to arrive at what God wants you to be in a peaceful manner, then you must do that. Then on the other hand, I know folks who have gone through all this, and like I mentioned before, they're very much at peace. They know this is what God wants them to do, but they're afraid. And there's where your gift of faith comes in. You need to step out and say, you know, like John Paul II, you know, fear not, come. Don't be afraid, step out.
Let not your heart be troubled.
Don't let your heart be troubled. It's that faith, you know, if this is what God wants you to do, trust Him. Then He will help you in accomplishing it. If the artist who's molding the pot, and God who's doing this molding, He's not going to let it fail. It's going to come out good. And you know, there's where we need to step out. And I think a lot of times folks have done their homework. They have discerned properly. You know, the Lord has done everything but call them on their cell phone. You know, this is it. You caught it. Do it. Don't wait. Just do it. Yeah.
Well, if you are thinking about discerning your vocation and you have those stirrings and those nudges, wondering, is this life for me? We'd love to continue that conversation. Please contact Friar Andy Martinez in the Southwest, or myself, Friar John, here in the Midwest, and we'd love to continue that conversation about discernment and to help you make the greatest decision of your life.